Hey guys, I wasn't planning to make this video today, but I saw something that I just needed to talk about because I don't know, just really didn't sit right with me. So I was watching this video about Onision yet again. So what I'm about to talk about is, let me just say that it features, like, I don't even know what you call it, but I need to talk about it because it's just not right. So, shitty things over the years. I mean, for one, he's guilty of child grooming because he, like, the 16-year-old living with him, and then he fucked her, like, not even like 4 days after she turned 18. But that's not what I'm going to talk about right now, is it? I know doesn't look like anyone's watching the video, but I really need to talk about this. I don't care if no one's watching the live stream. I gotta talk about this. So I was watching a video from Jacqueline Glenn, and this video was made a while ago, but I didn't know about it till now. And I just felt like I had to say something. His daughter fell out of a 2-story window. Okay, she fell from 2 stories. The wind got knocked out of her. She couldn't even scream. They didn't even notice until they heard the tapping sound or whatever. And get this, he took out his camera and filmed it, just like he did with Shiloh. It makes me sick. Cause, like, oh, that's your kid, you made that, and yet she was just sitting there, passed out, and his first instinct is to film it. Wanted to make sure the cops didn't think he did it. Well, isn't that just shady? It's like, how creepy do you have to be to make people think that it was your fault or you did it somehow? I mean, how do I say this? The circumstances behind the whole thing were really shady. And let's not forget to mention that he was posting a bunch of filthy stuff on his Twitter at the same time when his 2-year-old daughter was in the hospital for head trauma. And don't get me wrong, I'm not sex negative or whatever, but there's a time and a place. And hey, Logan, I'm talking about that whole Onision thing that happened when his daughter fell out of a 2-story window because they weren't watching her. But seriously, like, I've been around kids who had trauma before. It's when they hit the ground, it's like, it's like a sound you can feel in the ground. And it's like, nothing was done about this. And not to mention, he was basically writing smut on his Twitter as he was in the hospital, as his kid was getting treated for that 2-story fall. Okay? That is not a responsible parent. I mean, who would leave their kid alone with the window open when they knew She was the type of girl who got up, and it should be the parents' job to watch out for them, make sure stuff like that doesn't happen. And it's like, and yet his first instinct is to film it, all funny, like, ha, it's just a joke. No, I've heard from Shiloh, she's on benzos now because it keeps happening. And she said that they were trauma related. I know, right? Oh, did you hear that he threatened to sue Repton? Yeah, he was too much of a pussy to talk to Chris Hansen, and not to mention, he threatened to sue Onision, and the whole thing was really dumb. Because Onision Repsion hasn't done anything to deserve getting sued. Let's be honest here. It's just... like, he blames everyone else for his own problems. It's as simple as that. It's never his fault. It's always someone else's fault. He's just... I don't even really know what to say right now. It's just... I knew I needed to make a video when I heard about what happened to his daughter, because something about that just doesn't sit right with me. I mean, it seems like a case of neglect. Case of neglect. It's... not to mention he's made videos about where he's like into like his wife or husband, or I'm not sure where she is right now because I'm not exactly up to date on Onision's channel because I don't follow him for obvious reasons. He's a dirtbag. But you could hear him in the corner like screaming at his kids, like out of anger. Like his voice was like distorted. He was yelling at him so loud. It's just sad. It's sad to think the kids have to grow up like that. Especially with a dad like Onision. The views. And it's just... a lot of people were pissed off because, about the whole Sarah thing, just because, for the main reason that she was 18. I mean, yeah, I know my video, I know I shouldn't give him any attention. I know my videos probably won't do very much, but I just had to speak out against it. Because, let's be honest, he's a sociopath. Onision is a sociopath. So, yeah. She sucks. I mean, the thing with Sarah was so messed up. It's like they were her friends. She relied on them. She trusted them. And then Onision takes her virginity and then dumps her like yesterday's trash. Like, threw her away like she was nothing after she'd been living there for 2 years. That's what's messed up. That's what makes it unhealthy. It's like, some people call it grooming, and I don't know exactly how true that is, but yeah. What's most messed up is that the power struggle and the fact that not only did Onision take her virginity, he made her sign an NDA contract, which means a non-disclosure agreement, not to tell anyone, which isn't shady at all. Yeah, it is. It is totally shady. But yeah. I mean, he rates teenage girls on the internet. That Onision has been doing. Yeah. I don't know. I know he's trying to sue Repsion, so that really sucks. Because Repsion's a YouTuber that I like. I watch his videos a lot, and yeah, I just Onision is just so stupid. He shouldn't even be on YouTube already anymore. I mean, they took Alex Jones off the internet. I'm surprised they didn't take Onision off YouTube too. I mean, not that I am for censorship. Some of the stuff Onision is doing is like illegal. I mean, like, think about it. There was this. It's like people shouldn't keep up a channel keep a channel up if there's like evidence for abuse. And the past protects the future. Yeah, I know YouTube only cares about views. Whatever. I mean, yeah. I mean, I have videos, but I'm not the pandering type. And he does a lot of this stuff for attention, you can tell. It's like all he cares about the views. So much so that he films X having a seizure instead of calling for help like a normal person would do. But anyways, it's just sad. It's like this has been talked about so much and nothing has changed. No one's doing anything. And I worry about those kids. Because he was basically using his status as a YouTuber to like lure people in and stuff. He's abusing his power, and I don't agree with that. Donate to a charity or something. You know? Got these lip smackers, they taste like candy. Anyways, sorry I'm a little distracted, but yes, I agree with you, Logan. There's just been, yeah, I agree with you. But seriously, Onision, if you're watching this, what exactly goes through your mind that you would film a tragic, terrifying event like that, and then go on your Twitter while you're at the hospital getting your daughter treated, And what are you doing? You're going on Twitter posting smut while your daughter is literally fighting for her life. Writing smut on his Twitter. Like, seriously. If I showed you the post that he made, you would be disgusted. You're not going to be able to see it because I'm not quite sure how to do that whole picture. Unload computer. I don't even. What position do you want Onision to fuck you in? Doggy it is, slut. I know you don't talk to me expecting to listen. We both know I never do. The real reason you open your mouth towards me so often is in hopes that at least once you'll might come. So keep pretending to mean anything you say. I'm almost there, my little slut. I want to ride you unprotected. I want to see your eyes as you realize you became a mom. I want to ride you I repeat, this is what it says. I want to ride you unprotected. I want to see your eyes quiver as you realize it just made you mommy. So, like, that is what I was talking about. Okay? These were posts he made and posted when it's just the amount of cognitive dissonance this guy seems to be experiencing is weird. Like, I would be scared. And I certainly wouldn't have the capacity. I certainly wouldn't be posting on. Try to help that girl. I mean, like, how much level of detachment do you have to have towards your child that you'd be posting this stuff? Really fell out of a 2-story window and has gotten hurt so badly that even her brain is bruised. And here's the thing. So, the thing is, before I started YouTube, I actually got texted by this guy. Okay? I have no idea how he knew me. No idea how he got my contact information. But one day I get a message from my phone. I open it up. And it's just like someone saying, "Hey, how are you?" And I'm like, who is this? And he said, Onision. And at this point in time, I had no idea who he was because I was blissfully ignorant about this stuff. So I'm just like, oh, who? Okay, first of all, who is Onision and how did you get my number? Because I didn't give it out. Like, that's creepy, don't you think? Like, seriously. How did you get my number in the first place? And this was like years before I started making YouTube. I mean, I was 19 at the time, so it was around 2 years ago. But Yeah. I agree with you. I agree with you, Emily. Like I was saying to Logan, did you hear about how he was so neglectful that his daughter fell out of a 2-story window and he had the nerve to freaking film it? And then while she was in the hospital, instead of like worrying about her and talking to the doctor and like doing the best he can to help her, not to Twitter. Okay, it makes me sick. Like, how can someone be so detached towards their child that they would do that? Okay, I don't understand it. Anyways, I know I said I wouldn't make another video until Tuesday, but I just wanted to talk about this because I don't know. A lot of people like to talk crap about Onision, but there's a good reason for that. It's because he's a sociopath. So, yeah. Yeah, I agree. Emily, did you hear about that time when his girlfriend had a seizure, and instead of calling for help, he like was filming her and making a joke? It's just a joke. She didn't really have a seizure, but if you listen to what Shiloh has to say, the seizure was real, and she still gets those seizures. She has to be on benzos because she keeps having seizures in her sleep. And then he does the same thing to his daughter. He pulls out his phone and like videotapes his daughter hurt, unconscious on the ground. And it's just, I don't know how someone can act like that and call themselves a parent. Yeah. It's just messed up. And I know they're not going to do anything. And that's the problem. I hate that he keeps getting away with all this stuff. Like, people like this don't stop until they have to. Until they have no other choice. So. It's like getting abused somehow. Like, he's shady, and there's a lot of things, because, I mean, he's abusive to Kai. I know that much, because she was having, like, a panic attack, and he was just, like, berating her and bullying her for it. And do you ever notice how he, like, whenever he like, jokingly acts like he's gonna hit her, she actually, maybe he wasn't joking 100% of the time. I mean, as someone that has been bullied for a long time, there's a startle reflex that you get. Doesn't matter if the person's joking. If they act like they're gonna hit you, you like cringe back. You like flinch back. And usually that's a sign of like physical abuse. So I'm not sure if he's physically abusive to her, but I know him, I don't know. I'm confused. I don't keep up with his like love life. I got better things to do with my time. But yeah, I just really need to get that off my chest. And if Onision, if you're watching, you're an asshole. And yeah. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks, guys. Bye. I'm working ideas for once. You know, this YouTube thing is that my videos more. Anyways, I'm gonna get going. That's really all I wanted to say today. Thanks. Bye.